Many people who are charged with crimes involving larceny or theft are worried about their future, the ability to get a job. If their employer does a deep background check, is able to get their criminal record, this could absolutely have an effect on that employer's ability to hire that person in the future, more so than any other crime, quite frankly, because most employers may be entrusting the person with money, certainly always entrusting them with confidential information, and it might make the employer uneasy if they have a conviction for such a crime. There are many different types of larceny or theft cases. We've handled everything from the simple shoplifting case all the way through the more serious embezzlement cases where someone's actually stealing from their employer through some kind of a scheme. In those cases, it's usually a lot of paperwork and try to find a money trail back to the particular person who's being accused. Many people don't understand the different types of larceny or theft cases. People often confuse burglary and robbery with each other. Both are forms of theft. Larceny or theft is essentially taking someone else's property with the intention to never return it. How you get that property is going to help to define or frame the case. A burglary case is when you break into someone's house, usually speaking in the nighttime, with the intent to steal from them. That's a burglary case. A robbery case is when you're taking something from someone by force. Now, sometimes that involves a weapon like a gun or a knife, but many times it's just, you might punch the person and steal their purse. Some of the consequences of being convicted for a larceny or theft crime can include incarceration if your record's bad enough, if you've done similar things in the past. Most certainly will include restitution if the person can get their property back. Oftentimes it means paying money into the court that will eventually go to the victim over a period of time. It can involve loss of your professional license. So if you're a lawyer or a doctor or someone else with a professional license, even a realtor, you may no longer be able to have that license due to this theft crime being in your record. Theft crimes will also affect you for immigration purposes. If you're not a lawful citizen of the United States, then there's a good chance you're going to have a problem with immigration as a result of a larceny crime or a theft crime being on your record or being convicted of it. We've handled a lot of theft crimes and larceny crimes over the course of our career, and that involves everything from a simple shoplift all the way through an armed robbery type crime, burglary, and everything in between. It's a very common type of crime, often prosecuted, both as adults and juveniles. There are many different types of things that people steal, and we've handled all different types of things, from the shirt or blouse at the Target all the way through people stealing cars and breaking into houses. We've handled pretty much every type you can think of. Client communication is key. It's one of the most important aspects of our job. We try and return phone calls, emails, or texts within the same day, hopefully within the same hour. If I'm not available, I have a staff that works with us who's able to jump right on the communication to at least let the client know that we're looking at it and have not forgotten about them. I think what makes our law firm different from other firms is my background. I come from a blue-collar background dealing with everyday, normal people. I like to help those types of people get through these issues that maybe they have dealt with before. Most of our clients haven't worked with a lawyer before, and I want to make their experience very comfortable. Our firm is a smaller firm, and the advantage of having a small firm working on your case is that you're always going to get to know your lawyer on a very personal basis. You're never going to be handed off to staff or a lawyer you don't know. We get to know our clients and almost like they're our friends and get very close to them so that they understand that they always know who's working on their case, and they have a direct line of communication to the person who's working directly on their case. Most of the time I am handling the cases personally. If I was a lawyer you were introduced with during the initial intake. I do have associates who do work on cases, but if I'm the one who's told you I'm going to be working on your case and I did the intake with you, I will stick with the case throughout it. Your consultation for a theft crime or larceny case is going to involve going over the facts of the case with you in depth to try and figure out the best defense for you. In many cases, the defense for a theft or larceny crime involve identifying you as the person who actually did the theft. And most people are not caught red-handed. The police usually find them by some other means, whether it be fingerprints or some type of photo identification. You got caught on a security camera, and many times they can identify the person. So sometimes the person is caught red-handed, but we do have to figure out the best strategy for you, and we use that consultation time to go through the case, figure out the best strategy, talk about the best outcome as well as the worst outcome possible, and also determine what your goals are for the case and try to get you at that goal.